This is Christoph. Today I'm going to talk about some of the flow of the game. I was talking to my coach today, and he told me there are certain things he wanted to do. So he wants to measure block and defense a certain way. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the flow in Volleystation to actually help me and put some kind of a red mark when I'm actually not doing the right thing. So for instance, I noticed that sometimes I forgot for some reason on our R double plus plus, I forgot to actually put an E. For some reason, my K doesn't work, and I need to actually do that, which is like if I got a plus and double plus, I must have an E, which is I must have a set. So I'm going to create that rules there. The other rules that I'm going to do is we are measuring, or he wants to measure the D minus to make sure that there is no attack at all. So for me, a D minus is going to be followed by an E slash. That's the way I actually measure, so I don't give an attack to somebody who's just really putting the ball over the other side, so it doesn't actually reduce the efficiency. But that's the way I do that. So for me, my D minus must be followed by an E slash, which means there is no attack when a defense minus is happening. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a free ball after a B plus. So I realize that some of the block are so good that the ball is deflected so nice that I should not actually tag a dig because the ball is nicely high and it's just really a free ball. So I want to give the benefits to the block and not give the digger like, something that is just so easy to actually do that. So I'm going to allow the B plus to be followed by an F to actually measure certain things. So for instance, you're going to see here in my game there, I think I have some where I had a B plus that was followed by an F. So I'm going to do that right now. So I'm going to allow that. I'm going to have a B plus followed by an F, which means that I'm going to give some good point to that number 19. So I'm going to show you here on the video a little bit bigger here. That number 19, I believe, is this one here. So the block is so high and nice that for me, it's a free ball for my lib here, number 12. So I'm going to allow that so it doesn't show as an error. So the way I do that is I go into my settings and I'm going to allow my block. I'm going to allow my block plus, right? So my block plus to be followed by a free ball. And I thought I actually do that, so I may actually need to look at that. But I got a B plus needs to be followed by a free ball. So now I need to figure that out. Invalid effect double plus. So yeah, so my free ball needs to be a double plus or not at all. So what I may actually do is I may actually allow everything because I can actually mess up my free ball, right? If it's a free ball and I just mess up. So I'm going to allow plus to be there. And so I'm going to allow the same thing as the other one. I'm going to allow everything, right? So who knows, right? I may actually not have a slash. It doesn't make sense. I could make an error on my free ball, which is a dig errors. I may pass, overpass and everything, but I'm going to allow something after the block plus to become a free ball. And so if I do that now, it should remove, if I actually, the B plus, I don't know if I need to actually go here and come back and read that against block plus. But that should allow, let me close and reopen. And if I look at my error list now, see it's gone. Right, so my B plus that is followed by a free ball there is actually allowed. That was a B plus, right? I allow dig because the B plus, there still may be a dig, which is some kind of harder than just a free ball, which is it's a good continuation, but it needs to be underhand maybe. So I'm going to show this one here, B plus 6. That's the one that we had, right? We had a plus there. So that's one thing that I allowed there. The other thing I'm going to allow, look at my stuff is if I got a reception that is double plus, do I need an attack? Or do I go a set? That's what I think I need to have, right? But so here's the thing, I'm allowing an attack right after where I still believe that I need a set. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the attack for some reason. I want to see what's happening here. On the double plus and on the plus, and maybe all those one, I'm going to remove the attack to see if I'm missing, or this one No, I can have an attack right there on the reception double plus. I can have a set. That is interesting. I could have a block, or I could have an attack. I will have to look at that. It's probably not something that is happening today, but I'm going to make sure that if I got a double plus, a plus, or a semi-system, I must have a set right after. That's the only thing that is going to happen there. That somebody is going to set the ball. I could have an attack directly, and I'm going to let that happen. What I want to do is I want to see all the stuff that I missed where I didn't actually have a set and proper set where after an attack. So I'm going to click on the match there, and I'm going to save and close and reopen them. And now if I look at my error, hopefully I will have some. Yeah, here, I got one here. So what I got is I got a semi-system here, right? And what I did is I recorded the attack from the setter. That is not the right set. What is that? Oh, here it is. Right, it's more safe, but I still need to do probably something like there is no setter call, right? And I call it KT, whatever you call it, whatever you want to do, but it's just not something that is so tight and it's just pushing the ball on the other side, right? So at least I record some kind of set. So I force myself to say, you know, situation, you must have a setter or a setter call. And if sometimes there is a dig that is so good that the other one just attacks right off the bat, I may just let it go, right? Because I want to capture all the fact that I'm not doing the setter. So now the last thing that I need to do for my coach was something that I already did. So I did this B plus to F. I did this making sure that I got an E. One of the things that I already did is I actually said that a D minus was followed by an E slash. And I think I already did that, so I don't have to do that for you guys. But I'm just going to make sure that it's there. So if I got a block, minus, I am saying if I got a, dig minus. If I got a dig minus, the only set that I'm allowed after is a set minus, and the only attack that I'm allowed after is an attack minus. So directly from the dig, I could have an attack, or I could have actually slash. That's what I'm doing. So by working with those I'm making sure that I got errors in my scout that actually match what my coach wants. So if my coach wants certain things to be recorded a certain way, I'm going to force my rules to tell me that I got an error based on things happening. And it's an 80-20% rule, right? I could still have a D minus maybe that actually leads to an attack, maybe whatever, but at least it's one of those that I'm going to keep red, but I'm going to catch all the other one where I dig, you know, I tagged a D minus because I totally forgot and there was a good attack after that, and it should be for my coach a D plus. I hope it helps. We'll talk later.